be very, very focused. So the first step is don't try to reach every possible audience you can. And I know you've had this great idea you've been nurturing, and your friends and your family have told you how great it is, and you think it's going to change the world. The reality is, if you're using an agency or looking at your PR, you want to focus on the smallest possible audience group. If you're being that focused, and let's say it's, it's a digital commerce platform or something like that, you want to really make sure that any type of outreach you do, whether it's media, whether it's social, is somewhere where you believe your audience is. You want to make sure you're hitting the right audience at the right time. The New York Times may not be the right channel for you. And in fact, you're going to have very few opportunities with the New York Times, especially as a startup. So if you are going to the Times, you want to make sure you're ready. And they're going to need from you a very solid story, a very solid differentiator. They're going to ideally need customers that they can reference and talk to as well. And so there are a bunch of things that you may not actually have. So if you're that startup, I'd be very, very focused on your audience. I'd be very, very focused on who we want to reach, and again, what we want those people to do. And quite frankly, before you even think about outreach, you want to make sure you've got your story straight. So that's again where PR can help you in defining your message and thinking about the proof points you can use to validate, and then think about turning that into a story that's going to be appropriate for those audiences. So start there and then have the conversation about which techniques do we use to amplify. You may have a great story that lands in the New York Times, but if you're trying to reach IT developers, they might not be reading the Times. So that could be a wasted effort. I would say, think about the one place that you know your audience is, and that could be a technology publication if you're a tech startup, or it could be Mashable or something like that. And that could be a great place for your case study. You could sell that as exclusive, which means you're not selling it into multiple outlets. Once that story runs, that becomes a great piece of content. That's an asset for you. And the next question, again, not enough people ask this question, is what else can I do to amplify this story? So can we use it as the basis of a conversation on our LinkedIn group? Or could we use it in advertising, and could we promote the fact that Mashable's written the story to other places? Can we print it out and give it to our sales force? Can we have a newsletter that sends it out to our customers as well? So I would identify the right place, and again, it could be Mashable, or it could be somewhere else, and then think about how you amplify that story across your channels.